Greetings, friends. Welcome to the Devon Meet J-Mac, the Red Island Shavers. Glad to have you all aboard for the midweek video. And yes, today we're going to be comparing a Karve to a Karve. I've really been wanting to do this one for quite a while, ever since the Overlander came out and people started talking about it. So, thankfully, thanks to some amazing people, I now have this razor in the den, and I'm able to do that. So we'll start off with the cube, as I do for every shave now. There is a link down below to the cube. Also, there is a link to my Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements affiliate link. If you feel so inclined to purchase something from Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements, then you can order it through that link. And yeah, gives me a little bit of a commission. Help me put some money into purchasing some stuff for the channel and some stuff for giveaways. So yeah, yes. We'll get this cube worked in. How is everybody doing out there in YouTube land? Hopefully everybody's having a wonderful day, having some wonderful shaves. I know I'm kind of back on my routine now of shaving every other day, and it kind of coincides with video day as well for the most part. So while I enjoy the every other day shaves, my skin benefits from it greatly. Sometimes it's also a struggle to think of, well, what do I want to use on camera, right? So I have to think about that. So yeah, decisions have to be made sometimes. But I think today's decision was a great one. So Shannon's Forest City Fern is going to be the soap du jour for today's testing. Brush is also going to be the official brush of the Canadian Mafia, the Simpsons Trafalgar T3. A fantastic brush. I mean, it's a great brush just, to quickly get in. Soak it really quick because it's a synthetic. You don't even have to really soak them. You can just run it under hot water or whatever temperature water your heart desires, and load and go. And we're going to load this Chupacabra base, or the Rust Belt Reserve base. It's interchangeable, whichever one you want to call it. I like to call it Chupacabra base because it sounds cool. And yeah, feeling like a fougere today. So scent notes on this are kind of cryptic. According to Shannon Soaps, there are over 12 fragrances that make up this blend, which is blended in-house. It's an original creation. Features a lavender top end, which I do get. I definitely get that lavender top end, followed by a woody base, which would be oak moss. And yeah, I really like this one. If you're looking for a comparable soap or a comparable fragrance, think Brut, because I don't think they intended to improve the scent on Brut, but basically they've improved the scent on Brut. They made a better version of Brut, is what they did. And I love Brut. And if you like Brut, or even if you're on the fence about Brut, I think you would like this too. It's just a really nice, vibrant fougere with that nice calming effect of the lavender. It's so good. So I'm going to dip the tips just a little bit. The knot just doesn't quite want to splay because I got quite a bit of soap loaded in the tips. If you're ever having that problem, just dip your tips a little bit. Get a little bit of water on the tips of your knot. It will help disperse that soap, and your knot will splay better. And as you can see, we are off to the races. So I'm going to, maybe I'll keep the face lather in today. Yeah, I'll keep the face lather. Why not? I'll keep it. I'll have the chapters down below if you guys don't want to watch the lathering process. You can skip right on by, right to the meat and potatoes of the shave. And the meat and potatoes of the shave are going to be the comparison between the Karve Christopher Bradley with a B plate and the Karve Overlander. And the timing was good. I was checking my blade tracker earlier today because I track all my blade usage. And both these razors are sitting at 3 uses on a Wizamet. So I was like, yeah, now was a good time to pull the trigger on this comparison video while the blades are equally matched. So That, you know, other than that, I'd have to wait, you know, until I do a shave with one, do a shave with another, and get them to 4 uses, or wait until it's blade change time for both of them, and then start with fresh blades. But even on the 3rd use Wizamet, they're both still going to perform really well. I get like 5 to 7 uses out of a Wizamet, no problem. So really these blades are only like half used. So that's not going to affect the results of the shave at all. So let's talk about these 2 razors right quick. Both made of brass. I have the 4-inch handle on the Christopher Bradley, so that's weighing in at 120 grams. The Overlander has the stock 3.5-inch handle. That's weighing in, or I guess 3.55 inches. So just over 3.5 inches. That's weighing in at 110 grams. I really don't think that 10 gram weight difference is going to affect the outcome of the results any. I know just holding them side by side, the weight difference feels pretty negligible. So that's not really an issue. And man, I loaded a ton of soap into this knot. I'm doing everything I can do to drown this soap, and it's just not working. Shannon's Chupacabra base will take a lot of water, and it's a fantastic soap. I absolutely love it, and the scent on this is just phenomenal. So vibrant, so green, so calming with that lavender. Oh, it's just got me in a good headspace. That's a pretty good looking lather there. I'm just looking for enough volume to do 3 passes. I'm not looking for a super fluffy lather. I could make this a really, really fluffy lather, but that's not what I'm going for. I'm going for more or less what I got going here. A good DE shaving lather. I have 2 sorts of lathers. I have my DE lather, and I have my straight razor / shavette lather. You can get away with a little fluffier lather, I think. If you're using a DE, then you can. Well, you can still get away with a fluffier lather if you're using the shavette, but I prefer thinner, super hydrated lather. Lets that blade just skate. But anyway, back to the razor. So yes, a 10 gram difference, just a little bit longer on the Karve Christopher Bradley, although I will be getting a 4-inch handle for the Overlander. At some point, if I have a Karve, it has to have a 4-inch handle. I'm just on the fence of which material I want. Do I want to get a brass, or do I want to wait and get a stainless handle, which I think would look cool with the brass head when stainless comes out. So anyway, which razor are we going to go with first? Let's go with Old Faithful. We'll go with the Christopher Bradley. So like I said, Wizamet 3rd use. And away we go. 2 days of growth. Yeah. That feels good. That's a Karve. It's that same Karve quality I know and love. Got to use a bit of a steeper angle on the head. Because you have to ride the cap a little bit with the Christopher Bradley. Now we go to the Overlander. And we'll start on the other side of the face. This is more of a traditional shaving angle on the Overlander. There it is, right there. So let's talk about other statistics. Both of these razors are sporting a 0.73 millimeter blade gap. So the blade gap is the exact same. Now the other difference, or where the differences begin, is the head geometry is different on the Overlander. The blade gap is different. The Christopher Bradley has neutral blade exposure, so the easiest way to explain blade exposure if you're new to shaving, see if I can get this to focus in. Let's get an angle here where you can see that top cap, the blade, and the bottom cap. So there is a plane there. Now imagine there's a line from the top cap that rides right along the top cap, the blade, and the bottom plate. If you have a negative blade exposure, that means the blade is sitting inside that plane. If it's neutral, that means if there was a line drawn on this, the top cap, the blade, edge, and the bottom cap would all touch that line. And if there was positive blade exposure, that means the blade would protrude outside that plane or that line a little bit. So it'll go top cap, then the blade would be protruding past that line a bit, and then you would have your bottom plate. So that's kind of your blade exposure in a nutshell. So the Karve Christopher Bradley has neutral blade exposure, which means on that plane they are all lined up, they are all touching that imaginary line. And the Overlander has 0.07 millimeters of positive blade exposure, which means on that same plane that blade is sticking out 0.07 of a millimeter past that line. So that's really the difference, and the head geometry as well. So the Karve Overlander has been touted as giving you the feel of a B plate, but with the efficiency of like a C or even a D plate. So you're going to get that same, or it's touted as you're going to get that same smooth feeling on the face as this B plate right here that I'm using right now. And that same mild blade feel, because there really is no blade feel on the B plate. It's very, very mild. But you're getting the added benefit of a little bit more efficiency out of the razor, which in theory should remove more hair with each pass. So maybe, you know, you need to do a little less buffing. A little less touch-up. You can kind of get a little bit more done with each pass. Is kind of the whole, one of the points. Also, the other point is the Overlander, it is what it is. Does not come with interchangeable plates. It is a set unit. Whereas the Christopher Bradley, you can tailor make to what you need for a particular day. So maybe, you know, maybe you want to get the whole collection of plates. Maybe you want to go a week and not shave, or go for a week and a half. Throw an E plate on there and mow all that growth down in one, or a good majority of the growth down in one go. Then that might be your jam. If you're a daily driver looking for a mild feeling razor that has some teeth behind it, some efficiency while remaining extremely smooth, then the Overlander or the B plate I think will be your jam. Right off the bat, as the shave goes on, I'm not really noticing a huge difference between the two of them. But going on past shaves, I've only done 2 shaves with the Overlander, but for me that's a pretty good, it's enough to give me a good baseline. So right here on this pass, this is why I'm using the B plate on this side of the face. I'm doing the same kind of shave I did the last time I used the Overlander. And yeah, so there is a little bit more stubble left behind on the B plate side than there was with the Overlander doing the exact same strokes. So the Overlander definitely is a little bit more efficient in that regard when it comes to removing a little bit more hair with a little less shaving. But that being said, for me, the B plate is mild enough. I can still buff and get these hairs and avoid a lot of that irritation. So it's really going to come down to your skin type, I think. The way you shave, which would really denote the way that you choose or utilize each different razor. But yeah, that's good right there. And we'll grab the Overlander and finish up the other side. Now, as far as switching back and forth between the two of them, with the different shaving angles, they still both feel very intuitive to grab and use. Although, I mean, I've been using the Christopher Bradley for a couple of years now. It is my favorite razor, so it is like an old friend. But that being said, grabbing the Overlander and putting it into use, it's not really much of a difference. Just a little bit of stuff right here. Yeah, very nice. I'm feeling similar results on both sides of the face. Actually, there's still a little bit of fur right here, so I have to go back to the B plate for that. Residual slickness on this soap is very nice, but I do want to get a little bit more soap on there just to pick this up, because I've already done quite a bit of buffing without any soap. This is my trouble area right here. No matter what razor I use, it's like I could shave over it 26 times and it still leaves a bit of hair. Yeah, that's good. That's good right there. All right, we're going to call that a shave. So, I don't know what to call this one. I'm almost going to, I think I would put this at a, damn, I don't know. That's a tough one. This is a really tough one. I got a great shave, both sides with both razors. Like I said, I can interchangeably pick up the Christopher Bradley or the Overlander and just rock out a perfect 3-pass shave. Which I think is a testament to the design of both razors. Yeah, that feels really, really good. Really nice on both sides. I think I'd almost have to call this one a draw. I really would. I really would. On 2 days growth, I would call it a draw. Now, if I had like 4 days growth or 5 days, I would say the Overlander would take a bit of an edge in that regard with more growth, just because of the head geometry and that positive blade exposure, which would just give it a little bit more oomph and a little bit more bite to cut through those whiskers. But in 2 days growth, I could use either or interchangeably and get a fantastic shave. But that's fine, because like I said, I'm either a daily shaver if I'm in the mood to daily shave, or I am a every other day shaver if I'm looking to not get a ton of irritation. That being said, I could probably use these. I could use these probably daily, interchangeably, and really not get that much irritation. So I might have to do that. I might do that for a week and just try them both for a week. Do a shave one day with one, do a shave the next day with the other, and just see how that works out for me. But definitely very impressed with both. I'm using the matching splash here. This is the one with the real oak moss in it, I do believe. Oh, such a fantastic scent. And that was a great shave. That was an amazing shave. So yeah, for daily driving or every other day shaving, for me, keep in mind this is for me, I could use either or interchangeably, and I will use either or interchangeably, and I am so grateful to have both these razors in my den. So that'll do it for me, my friends. Thanks so much for tuning in. Do appreciate it. I'd be remiss not to mention that Chris has generously donated a Karve Overlander to the channel for giveaway as a 1,000 subscriber giveaway, and we're working towards that number. So if you're new to the channel and you haven't yet hit that subscribe button, please do so. And when we get there, we will be giving away a beautiful Overlander. So if you're interested in that, get all signed up and ready to anticipate that huge giveaway. So that'll do it for me, my friends. And we will catch you in the next one. So have a great day. An even better shave. Be kind to one another. Be safe out there, my friends. And take care. See you later. Peace.